why am I doing what I'm doing? I'm with Partner Co. Partner Co. is an international company. We're in over 50 countries. We sell health and wellness products, supplements, and they're all natural. And we are in the business of balancing hormones and bringing people's bodies into balance and just helping them live longer, fuller lives. So I think we've heard that a few times this morning, right? And so I'm no different. A lot of what Dr. Jeannie was talking about earlier, I provide that as well, except I'm not an MD or a doctor of any kind. However, I am very well educated since I've been with this company, and I'll tell you why I found it. I too am a breast cancer survivor of 13 years. Yes. So I found out through that journey that I have genetic predispositions for cancer. I was BRCA1 positive. When I found my breast cancer, I knew that I had cancer that ran in the family. My half-sister, we shared the same mom. My half-sister passed away from, well, she had breast cancer, and then later on, 10, 12 years later, it metastasized into a brain tumor. All kinds of terrible things. So everybody's journey is different, so of course I was scared to death, but luckily we caught it early because I was having mammograms, ladies. Talk about tatas. Get those mammograms in. I know we're outside of our breast cancer month now and we're all the way into November, but it is an ongoing thing, breast health and women's health. So fast forward, I was like a stage 2 breast cancer, found out that mine was hormone positive. So I wanted to do everything I could to survive, first and foremost, because that's what you do right at first when you find out. And then that moved into a bilateral mastectomy, reconstruction, 6 months of chemotherapy. And because I was BRCA1 positive, at the end of all that year, I had to have a hysterectomy because when you're BRCA positive, you're almost 50% chance you're going to get ovarian cancer. You're 86% you're going to get breast cancer, which I did, and it was only in one side, so I would have gotten it in the other breast. So it was a no-brainer. You just said, you know what? See you later, girls. So I had too much to live for. I was 51 years old. Okay, so now you know how old I am. Anyway, so I'm in this last chapter. I want to be as healthy as I possibly can. My husband is 11 years older than I am, and I want him to be as healthy as he possibly can. So all of these things, we cater to men and women's health. And it's not just women's health, but because of my journey and hormone positive breast cancer, I was always looking for something to, from a more holistic approach, especially after having to have awful chemo for 6 months. So fast forward, I this past year was having a few little health issues. I do have a pacemaker, which, by the way, that reared its ugly head about 2020, and never had one issue with heart disease ever. But as it turns out, our little friend chemo likes to do a little damage on your heart sometimes. And so, yeah, lucky me, here we go. So we had a little misfiring going on in the heart, bradycardia, low heart rate, all of those things. I was passing out. It was in the middle of COVID. So never thought for 1 second it had anything to do with my heart. But went to urgent care, and they ran an EKG on me, and they're like, yeah, you gotta get over to the emergency room right now. My heart rate was like 38, I think. So anyway, fast forward, had a pacemaker put in. I'm doing great. Told my husband I only have 6 years left on the battery life, so he's got to put up with me for that one. That's supposed to be a joke, kids. Okay. You go back in, you have a new battery put in. Anyway, so I started having some swelling in my lower extremities. And I was gaining weight really rapidly. And so I was trying to wrap my brain to figure out what could be going on. You know, I'm thinking thyroid, am I having thyroid issues? You know, what's going on? Weight gain, swelling, all of these things. And so I had just had my annual physical with my primary care physician. And so I call over there and I'm like, hey, did you run labs on me for my thyroid? Yes, we did, and you're completely normal. So that had been in August or September, and this was, you know, right around that time. And so couldn't figure it out, and they were like, oh my God, you need to see the cardiologist, because it could be something related to your heart. It wasn't. You know, they sent me over there, we ran a battery of tests, absolutely had nothing to do with my heart, so never really did figure out traditionally what was going on that would cause the swelling. And so about that same time, I had some really good friends that were taking these drops. It comes in 2 little bottles right here, and they were taking them, and they were using them to balance their hormones and for a plethora of other reasons. It is called the Slenderize system because it does have a nice little side effect of curbing your appetite and curbing your cravings. Bottle 1 does, and so, you know, they affectionately call them skinny drops and all kinds of other things. But they're not just for weight loss. They are for, you see that little sheet that you have on your table right there, health assessment? If you go through there and look at that health assessment, and you can say that you have those things. So if you have problems with energy levels, which a lot of us do, especially at our age, sleep, and I'm not speaking for everybody at our age, Leah. You're the baby. Mood swings, nobody has that, right? Joint pain, hot flashes, night sweats, those ring familiar to people that are going through perimenopause or menopause. But it's not just about those kind of hormones. Sugar cravings, heartburn, bloating, inflammation, headaches. You've also got thyroid, boosting your metabolism, detoxing your liver, losing visceral fat, getting rid of those night sweats, sleeping better. That's one of the things I noticed right off the bat. And of course, as I mentioned, losing weight. Real quickly, I've lost 37 pounds in 5 months. Congratulations. So they do work. And there's no stimulants, there's no hormones in them. If there were, I would not be able to take them. Why? Because my cancer was hormone positive. So nobody needs to worry about that. In fact, there is no known drug interaction to take with these drops. The only people we don't recommend them for is nursing and pregnant mothers. That is absolutely the only person that is not recommended to take these drops. So they are homeopathic, they're all natural. If you look on the second sheet that I gave you, there's a list of all the ingredients. And so all you homeopathic people that are more inclined to know what all these are, I certainly know what methylated B12 is. It's really good stuff, that's what it is. It gives you all kinds of energy. And so now instead of, you know, I noticed I didn't want to sit on the couch and watch the Today Show for 2 hours anymore. I do have a lot more energy, and I was sleeping really better. And within 2 weeks, you guys, my inflammation was gone and never came back. So the swelling and inflammation, I also have some arthritis in my knee and my hips. I was having to wear a sleeve on my knee to go walking, okay? Anybody ever have that? Anyway, it was painful. Yeah. So all of a sudden I just noticed that it wasn't hurting as much to go walk 3 or 4 miles a day, because I was trying to improve my exercise routine as well while I was trying to lose weight. So that was just another wonderful benefit. So we hone in on these drops just because they're kind of a gateway into all of our all-natural supplements. But you can look up here on the table. Feel free to come by here and look. We have plant-based protein powders. We have a boost you can put in your protein for raising your metabolism. A plethora of supplements, including your vitamins and minerals. And also probiotics, one of the best probiotics that's on the market for your gut health. BioPro Q for your heart. Hair, skin, and nails is Denali. We got Mag-Kel D for really good magnesium, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, by the way, this is my darling husband, and he's lost 27 pounds. And he just went to his primary care physician. His A1C was down to 5.4. His kidney function had improved because he does have some kidney disease. He's down a pant size and 4 notches on his belt. He told me I have to include that because that's how men talk about weight loss.
That's great.
Yes. His cholesterol was good, his HDL and his LCL were all normal. Okay, so he's off a lot of medication. He's feeling good. He's looking better, right, Lisa? He does. He does. You can tell. You can tell he looks better and he feels better. So all of those things. We also have
Excuse me.
this. Okay, so Partner Co came together. It was 14 companies that came together a year ago, and they brought in legacy products. So these drops have been around for a while. Okay, but they are doctor created. They were designed 215 clinical trials just on those drops. So anybody ever heard of Tahitian noni? Okay, you know the Tahitian noni plant. Okay, this juice is in the physician's desk reference. Okay, it's been around a long time, straight from the source, and it has grapeseed extract in it. And we partner with a family-run business over in Italy and they are not all the same, trust me. So I've learned a lot from our doctors that are on staff. I just got back from Orlando a month and a half ago, and our Dr. Ray Strand that's on our board, he told us all about everything. He wrote a book about it, about the different reasons to be taking all natural supplements and for your health. But he just said they clean that grape extract 300 times. It's super, super clean. And a lot of the other ones only do like 30. So, I mean, it's a huge difference. And so this is, you know, a superfruit. It's a wellness booster. It's an antioxidant. It's amazing. I take a shot of it every morning. Renew triggers your human growth hormone. It's a little powder, it comes in a little powder thing, and you put it, mix it up in a drink, and you take it about 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed. Ooh, you sleep like a baby, very deep, really good restorative sleep. You wake up refreshed, and it does a lot of things while you're sleeping. So it targets visceral fat, it boosts your energy and stamina, improves cell regeneration. We all know what human growth hormone is, right? So, you know, we're not taking in any human growth hormone. It just triggers your own human growth hormone that you start losing after the age of 40. And so it's kind of like, you know, anti-aging in a powder. Reduces body fat, it improves sleep, increases skin elasticity, and, okay, have to mention this because it's like right on the box. Enhanced libido and sexual function. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so, yeah.